they have a problem and they want to mask that problem.
No coach can tell you this.
But it's so difficult to find a knowledgeable person.
You've got too many people on social media giving out information what's bullshit.
Once they own it, they feel powerful, they feel strong.
You have to be financially secure to be able to afford that lifestyle.
Do you think if somebody wants to be a bodybuilder these days, do you think natural way is the way to go in order to
Like I said to you, what they should be thinking about is not that I want to be a bodybuilder. You should be thinking about why I want to train in the first place. What motivates me? Because bodybuilding it's a total different ball game. You know what I'm saying? So so you ask yourself why I want to get into a sport. I want to do some physical education. You know what I mean? Physical training, and from there, if I've got the genetics there to grow, and it's something I want to look into, going into, find out all the pros and the cons, and we'll speak to somebody who knows about this industry and who's gonna keep you staying natural for longest possible of times. Because if you have no reason to step on a stage, and you should have no reason to take any performance enhancement drugs. You know what I mean? Do it longest natural, possible way as you can, because the problem you've got is I'm not being funny, Vlad. I was in gym last year, and I was training, and these two young kids, and they were training, like they'll do some tricep push down, and I heard him say to his mate, like, what's it now? Oh, we've been training for 3 months now, bro. I think we're ready for a cycle. You see what I mean? It's like how quick they want it. And, all these people, they talk on Instagram promoting, oh yeah, trend makes me into a beast. Taking this drug makes me into the beast. And the kids hear this stuff and they're thinking, I want to try this because I want to be a beast. I want to be able to f this girl 50 times a night. I'm the man. You know what I mean? And they don't realize the side effects from it. Do you know what I mean? The sex drive doesn't keep going up and up. It'll come and back down and fast. You know what I mean? If that's the case, everybody who takes steroids, while they're all highly sexed, most of them have got fucking erection problems. You know what I mean?
I heard it's a big
And
problem.
they all have to fucking take Viagra.
I heard it's a big problem amongst young men these days that take steroids.
Because instead of taking a cycle, you take a cycle and you start off on a cycle, you look at where your markers are, you look at where your test levels, like you said, is that in a good place? Yeah, great. But the problem is they keep on taking more, and then what happens is the body crashes, shuts down, so knock-on effect into your estrogen, your prolactin, everything else, your mood swings. So, psychologically, physiologically, everything's, you don't know what's happening. Now, you're thinking to yourself, I've been on this cycle 8 weeks now, 10 weeks now, 12 weeks or 14 weeks now. And they're saying, I can't get a boner. This girl wants to f me. She's gorgeous. What am I going to do? Oh, yeah, take some Viagra, mask that pain. So they're taking Viagra, taking steroids, taking party drugs. And, the thing is, smoking, alcohol, everything else on top of that. And then you're telling me you are surprised people are dying young, having heart attack.
Right. I think a lot of it's masking. Like, let's say they have a problem and they want to mask that problem. Like, let's say they can't get a hard on, so they mask that with Viagra, and then something else comes with it, and they want to mask it with that, and it's a constant masking of the issue, right?
Yeah, like I would the best advice I'll give to somebody is like who's going to start a cycle, start one compound, just start a test. The human body, you're a male, test is the thing, start first,
Right.
and take that, what I mean, see how that is. After 4 to 6 weeks, get your bloods done, but make sure get your bloods done before as well, so you know where your levels were at. You know where your levels were at before. And then from there, once you're on a cycle, 8 to 10 weeks, you know how high it's gone up, and it hasn't gone to a point where you've got to be worried, so you can come off it. If if things are going good still, carry on for another 6 weeks, see what happens then. That's your first cycle. Get as much out of it as you can before you start, seeing side effects, what causing problems. Stop your cycle, come off, clean out, do everything properly. Then the second cycle you go on some, test and go on some, nandrolone, you know what I mean? Do two compounds now. You can do the same thing again and compare it. Start building up your blueprint. Start knowing what's happening with your body because no coach can tell you this. It's okay for you to say, my coach fucked me up. I didn't hear you go back to your coach and say, "Oh, I'm having sensitive nipple issues. Oh, I've got hard-on problems. Oh, I've got acne. Oh, I'm pissing blood. Oh, my kidneys are hurting. My liver's hurting." A coach isn't a mind reader as well. So it's fair enough. You pay for a coach. It's your job to tell this. Give him feedback as well, isn't it, Vlad? You know what I mean? And it's a coach's job also to say, "Listen, how are these factors? How is your sleep? How is your strength going? Is it going in the right direction? How is how is your appetite? You know what I mean? Is there anything you notice what I should be worried about?
Yeah, but
it's a two-way relationship."
Yeah, I hear you, but it's so difficult to find a knowledgeable person like that. I feel like, a lot of the kids, when they start getting on these cycles, they don't have necessarily a place to go to where they can get all this knowledge and somebody's monitoring them. You know what I'm saying?
No, the problem what you've got too many people on social media giving out information what's bullshit.
Right.
And it's sifting through all that bullshit to find the real information.
Right.
This is the problem what we got. Like, listen, it's like bodybuilding is crazy. Somebody can do one show and then they can become a coach, yeah? But imagine if a boxer just had one boxing fight, would he start training other people how to box? It's only our industry people can do this.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like somebody would say to a boxer, "You've only had one fight. Why am I going to go to you for? I'll go to your coach who coached you."
It's also because they can't go to the doctor necessarily. It's still illegal, so they can't go to the doctor to get the proper advice because no doctor would ever recommend none of the stuff. You know what I mean?
No, but this is why, Vlad, I always say to people, before you even take that step, you have to be financially secure to be able to afford that lifestyle.
True. I agree with that.
You can't be a junkie and be scraping up a couple of bottles of test every couple of weeks and then thinking, "I ain't got the money now, so I can't afford it now, so I'll have to stop for a bit now. Then I'll have to go back on a bit when I have got the money." Then, don't bother. Don't bother really. Just train natural and spend your money on the most anabolic compound what you're ever going to use is food. But once you start eating food properly, you will realize that you won't need steroids. You know what I mean? Because that's the most anabolic hormone. It's going to help you build muscle, the protein and stuff like this. That's what you should be spending your money on, food, before anything. And if you can't even afford food properly, then you're in the wrong game. You need to start working on your mind, you start working on your brain, start getting a education and start getting a real job and start grafting.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
I agree with you.
Why the f are you a broke ass there and you want to be a bodybuilder and you can't afford this lifestyle? When somebody comes to me for coaching, I'll say to them, "Have you got enough money for coaching for 6 months to a year?" If they say, "Yeah," I'll say, "Great, I can help you. But I can't coach you for 1 month and then you say to me next month, 'Oh, you know what? I can't afford this lifestyle no more. I can't afford coaching no more.'" Because I know what it's like. The first thing what's going to go from somebody who's got money coming in, the first thing he's going to go is a coach. I can't afford him. And then second thing what's going to go for them is food. But what's going to keep staying there is the gear.
Yeah. No, I hear you, man. Do you think also the kids don't want to get off the gear of the cycle because once they own it, they feel powerful, they feel strong, and they have the mass, and they get compliments. And then once they stop taking it, they deflate, and they chase that feeling. You know what I mean?
Yeah, listen, we're living in a generation of kids walking around in gorilla suits. Do you know what that means?
Yeah, appearance. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Walking around, a generation of kids walking around in gorilla suits and they think they're nobody can touch them. You know what I mean? They feel like superhuman. Young kids are deadlifting like 7 plates. You know what I'm saying? Bench pressing 4, whatever. These are kids. And you know what I mean? They're not natural. They're not natural. You know what I mean? And if they are fucking natural, wow. I'd love to see when they do start on a cycle. My God, you know what I mean? They'll be like fucking Hulk. And the problem with you've got is having a good physique now at a young age, whether you're a young girl, is cool as fuck now. Because, you know, young kids aren't stupid. They've realized, looking on social media, I can stick my booty out and people will start paying attention to me. And I'll get the attention I want. And the kids, you know, fucking deadlifting 7 plates, they're getting the respect from the other kids. And, you know, it's a good feeling at that age. It's a good feeling at 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Sam Sulek, king of the world. You know what I mean? I don't know how old Sam Sulek is even.
Zack, before we wrap up, what's next for you, man? What are you working on right now? What are you working on for the future?
Hey, I'm just working on myself. You know what I mean? I want to come out with some couple of ebooks now. You know, about training and stuff like that to help out people, give out some information to them. You know what I mean? So you know, next year, you know what I mean, get back into training properly in January. Now, you know, the shoulders are all good, recovered. You know what I mean? So lubricated up properly, like the Wizard of Oz had sorted out my shoulders. So it's all good, you know? Yeah, so next time you'll see me, you'll be seeing me on that Masters show, you know what I mean? Masters Olympiad, that's my plan, God willing, you know? So everything at the moment is good. The main thing, what I prioritize is health and time with the family, and everything else like social media is a bonus to, you know, stay in contact with people like you yourself, like my fans, and you know, people who have got any questions you want to ask me, you can just message me, just put my handle down there, Vlad, you know what I mean? More than happy to reach out and help out anybody who's been through injury, who's got any, you know, questions about anything, you know what I mean? Listen, guys, I've been there, done it. If I can help you out and put you on the right path to the right person, instead of some fucking idiot in this industry, I'm more than happy. You know what I mean?
I enjoy our conversations. We should do more of these, man.
Yeah, definitely. We'll definitely have to do it again, brother. I like talking to you. You're a good man. I like what you're doing. I still follow you. Don't worry. I'm still there in the background. Okay?
Thank you, brother. Thank you. God bless, man.
Take care, brother.
Take care, man.